Hi everyone, Stuart here. Welcome to our morning update for Tuesday, the 11th of June. A fairly quiet Asian session so far, and not a great deal of data in the European session, but more on that in a wee while. Dollar's sort of consolidated at highs really here. Dollar yen is holding around that key 200 period on the 1 hour chart here at 108.60, so still relatively well supported with support obviously at the 108.50 pivot. Euro's similar sort of move here, sliding sideways in the Asian session after a dip down to 12.90 earlier on Monday. Friday's high here 13.48 after the NFP looks a bit of a leg away. No particular European news this morning. Main news overnight has really been the ramping up again of the trade tensions. President Trump again talking about threatening tariffs on China, the final 300 billion worth of tariffs if there's no meeting with Xi at the key G20 meeting. So I expect the rhetoric to ramp up. Remember the meetings at the end of the month, so the next couple of weeks, toing and froing. Sort of he's thrown the gauntlet down, try and get the Chinese round the table, but we'll see where we go. So say Forex at the moment sliding sideways in the Asian session. Pound obviously come a bit more under scrutiny. We were all the way down here to 126.53 earlier yesterday. We've come back but capped by the 200 period here at 126.90, and the key line in the sand is the 127 rate against cable. So again, dollar holding up there. Obviously the race to be the next Prime Minister in the UK kicks off officially today. 10 contestants in the race, but really it's all about Boris. Boris Johnson, will he mess up and not make the final cut? But if he gets to the final two, it's likely that he will get into number 10. First vote takes place on Thursday, so what effect that's going to have on sterling is only probably to the downside, given that whoever takes over from Mrs May is likely to be a harder line, a Brexiteer than she was. So we'll see how that goes. So cable still pressured here at 126.70. Main news this morning is about the UK. We've got earnings, we've got unemployment rate. Earnings expected to tick up a wee bit, 2.9%, possibly grinding over 3%. We'll see how that goes. Unemployment expected to remain at multi-year lows at 3.8% as well. So earnings in focus for the pound this morning. So I say capped here at the 200 period at the moment, 126.90, and then psychological 127. As far as support's concerned, bottom of the Bollinger Band currently sits around here at 126.60 for cable. CAD continues to benefit, moved all the way down here, 132. 89 on Friday's close after the NFP number. So again, recovered a wee bit, but very much sideways channels. That's one for your oscillators, dollar CAD. Aussie and the Kiwi have both weakened overnight, down another leg down. Next support here for the Aussie is down here at 69.34 on the 4 hour chart. So the 1 hour chart capped by the 200 period here at 69.62. Kiwi's the same, moving down under the key 200 period here. If we slide this down, you see the next support is down here at 65.56 for the Kiwi. So pressure remains on the Aussie and the Kiwi following the China news. Gold gave up, from Friday's high, gave up over $20, 2,000 pips there, all the way up here at 13.48. And we were down at the key support at 13.25 yesterday. We tested it twice in these couple of hours here. Again, sliding sideways in the Asian session over the key 13.25 at 13.28.29 sort of zone. Oil continues to recover. It's dipped down a wee bit into this key 53 support zone, but topped here by this support area now at 53.80. So it looks like that may be ticking up again, oil, but big resistance up here at the 200 period at 54.50 for oil. Equities continue to recover. Another good session yesterday. We were up here over 2,900 for the S&P 500, the USA 500, so over 2,900, and remains relatively well bid. Expectations obviously for the Fed weakening or cutting rates, obviously helping equities in this typically quite weak month of June, but May was particularly weak, so we may see a wee bit of a bounce in June. Who knows? Anyway, take care. Have a great trading session. We'll see you this afternoon for the PPI numbers out of the US. All the best, everyone. Bye bye.